LTC, it's been a minute. Thrillo has been here, you know, since day one. Since minute one of the stream going live.
Yeah, always here. Always
here.
watching.
Always opening up and ready for the entertainment of the people.
Yeah, especially with KennyG. KennyG doesn't usually come out to Shockwave.
No, and he's just sliding his way right into the winner's quarters, top 16.
Yeah, newly inducted PR panelist for the season. So
that's super sick. I love to see that. I love to see new
we always
blood
like to
in the
rotate
panel.
new people, and KennyG has been great so far. And also great to be here in winners quarters, like you said.
Rocking a character we really haven't seen much of locally or anywhere. Just about the character that we all like know has a lot of potential, but just doesn't always show up.
Yeah, this character is definitely low-key underrated. Like, I hate it.
I remember really early on, people were like, yeah, this character is the answer to any sword problems you may have. And I seem to notice there's quite a few sword characters in the meta right now. So there might be some room for Greninja in the future.
Yeah, I do know the Auto Magic, the other Greninja, kind of plays different Smash games now.
He's moved on.
Yeah. But KennyG's still here.
Oh, that is big. And the big thing there is you have to recognize, because of the way the Hippo set himself up with auto turn, he was going to catch you whichever way you went. You just kind of have to hope that you mess up the timing.
Yeah, hopefully you do the DI where you'll hit the platform and then fall off, because there is sometimes that'll happen.
The slide off there, and it looks like that's what KennyG was going for. What a charge. Perfect to call out the neutral getup. Had to have been buffered by Hippo there.
Yeah, really good stuff.
And I feel like it's really risky to go for something like that against Kazuya as well, because if you miss the timing by a little bit, he can just kill you.
Yeah, there's so many things that he could do in that situation, but we're not in that timeline. We're in the timeline where KennyG took the stock and putting Hippo in a bad spot.
Ooh, I like the range that he sits there at the ledge as well. Far enough that you can't really, or that you can react and dash attack, but you know, not too far that he can't get in there, but far enough that like get up attack isn't a threat.
Yeah. We're definitely not going to see KennyG space with that back air of his. Probably more the fair. Yeah. Because we did see the back air get punished and like, punished lightly, but it could be punished way harder.
Normally that forward air is really good at spacing very far away, so that even on parry it's safe because of the distance, but there was actually safe because it crossed up.
Yeah.
Not usually seeing forward air going so incredibly deep, but Kenny doing a great job of mixing that kind of thing up. Oh, that is a huge way to punish it, though. Use a little bit of that invincibility. Completely ignore the spacing of that Aqua Sword.
Yeah, I remember like week 1 of Kazuya, Burr was like, he can do this, and he does it, and I'm like, what is this character?
Cheating!
Yeah. Little did I know there was much more in store for this character.
The dash back there from KennyG was so crucial. Hippo was trying to call a dash back in, but I like that KennyG is like being very patient and not going for basic dash dances. There's a lot of players who will kind of auto. Whoa, that looked intentional, like the block.
Yeah.
Normally that's a bad thing for Greninja, but a lot of people go for really basic dash dances and just cleanly get caught on the way back in.
Okay, KennyG has to keep up this pressure, but Hippo gets out of the corner really fast.
Okay, he can apply damage pretty quickly. What a good jump from Hippo. This is where Kazuya can struggle. You do have a pretty weak disadvantage.
Yeah.
But I like the use of the up special early, actually. You can still threaten the down air. You get a little bit extra drift and then manage to make it to the platform with a little bit of ambiguity.
Oh, not catching the air dodge, just letting him, you know, I'll let you go to ledge.
Now this is super dangerous, honestly, for both of them. Hippo's close to percents where down tilt gets everything set up. Oh, not quite going to get the sweetest of spots, but you have to watch out for the raise drive. You can't whiff a forward air or be too complacent about the spacing. Yeah, tossing out these shurikens, being extra safe.
Yeah, we saw that earlier with that fair, just immediately get punished. But I mean, you gotta. That's one of your main tools in neutral.
I think the goal is not to space the forward air to hit, but only to. Oh, beautiful catch.
Yeah.
Beautiful catch by Hippo.
And that's the thing. Even if that is no rage drive on deck, he still has another way to kill you.
Exactly. You know, you can't just only focus on the range drive, because even when it's gone at that high of a percent, Electric should be doing it regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, KennyG was trying to do everything he could to play around it, but at some point, if your only goal is playing too safe around outside of certain ranges, you're not applying enough offense to stop them from just keeping on trying. And they knock on the door enough times, they roll the dice enough times, one of them's going to hit.
Oh, for sure.
So you have to mix in the aggression with the backing up. So, you know, every once in a while when you're dashing back as Greninja, you come back in with that dash attack and just catch them trying to cover that space. And it's a really delicate balance of risk-reward, because if they block the one and catch cross-up, and hey, it's over for you just the same.
Yeah.
It's just
and I
really
really
hard.
like this counter pick, too, from KennyG, because he's not really going to be killing off the top all that much. And just the movement that he's able to get with these platforms, it's going to do really well for him.
But might get some little platform assists for extra damage on the combos at the very least. And forward air at the ledge, forward smash at the ledge should be amazing with these close side blast zones. Definitely agree.
And KennyG's a really good player, so I doubt he gets hit by that, you know, missed fair opportunity, getting hit with the rage drive. Oh. No way! On Town and City?
Had to be like percentage, like single-digit percentages away from not KOing.
Yeah,
and also,
that's
like,
crazy.
Shocked that it connected at a KO %.
Yeah. I guess that just kind of factors in with Kazuya being kind of a big character. You know, a lot of these combos will work on him for a while.
Oh, the misinput from KennyG was huge. Going for a back air, trying to drift back probably for an air. And then Hippo took huge advantage of it.
I'm liking the spacing for KennyG. He's kind of keeping at this range.
No jump.
Just like right outside.
Okay, smart by Hippo, the slow recovery there so he doesn't fall into the water. Ooh, Nair. I wonder if that's what he wanted, or if there's like a... Wow, he's just doing that. He's just doing his thing.
KennyG has these on lock, like Nova with Booyah.
Going for more just to get that damage. Finally, Hippo on the board this game, but KennyG has been out-moving Hippo this whole game. It has been crazy.
And even reading that air dodge too and wanted to punish, but kind of missing that. But you got to hit those kind of stuff against Kazuya.
I feel like maybe 60% of KennyG's openers have just been dash attack with punishes.
Yes. And KennyG's known for that. He will wait you out and kind of just, you move first. You know, I'm going to dash attack and hit you, and next thing you know, your 30 damage is more. Yeah, 30% more.
It's very classic Greninja. It's exactly what you're supposed to do, but
yeah.
I feel like we didn't see as much of it in game one. Oh my goodness, no jump here as well. That means he's going to be forced in an awkward spot. I think KennyG maybe didn't recognize when he started or maybe intended to chart the shuriken the other way.
Yeah. It's a kind of awkward situation to be in, but you got to get those stocks.
No, that is a huge misstep from KennyG. That could be Hippo's opportunity to get back in the game.
Yeah.
Up there isn't kill yet. We are getting close. This should still be a KennyG game if he just solids it out and catch Hippo fiending for the comeback.
Yeah,
one grab there, like down throw electric. That's really spooky.
Yeah. And we've seen Hippo make those comebacks too. Even 3 stocks to like 1.
Yeah, I don't know how much I've seen Hippo combo on like no plats, but that is typically where you like to be as Kazuya. Going to the Pichu though.
I thought I saw that, and I was like, maybe I blinked wrong. Maybe there's something in my eye.
I know that Hippo was formerly Pichu Kazuya before he was Kazuya Steve, and as it turns out, the Pichu has never left. But Hippo, from day one, to my knowledge, Pichu enjoyer.
Oh yeah, and he had that chart too, where he had these characters for Kazuya, these characters for Steve, and I think he had like Olimar for Pichu, but I guess we have to add in Greninja to that as well.
I believe it. I think KennyG just started playing at ranges and started playing in a particular way that the whiff punishing was just way too much for Hippo to deal with. And I like respecting your opponent's neutral enough to say, all right, he's not only out-neutraling me, but kind of matching me in punish.
Yeah.
And if you're matching each other in punish and one player is winning neutral a little bit more, that person wins.
Yeah, because you know Hippo, once he got that kill from the ledge, because he just misspaced a fair, he's like, he's probably not going to get hit by that again. And that was like his key back into the game.
Exactly. Oh, man.
Not starting off really well here.
Yeah, Kenny is kind of doing a lot of the same things where he's staying just outside of those ranges. The Thunder Jolts are typically good at interrupting that game plan, But Kenny has been doing a good job of hopping right over it, and that just unlocks the next Greninja step of, am I going to forward air spaced? Am I going to nair deep to try to get one of these combos? And they're, again, employing that dash attack mix-up because it can still cross up, and it is very difficult to catch a slippery Greninja.
Yeah, and that's not even taking into account how much damage Pichu does to themselves.
Exactly.
For doing that.
Yeah, just tossing out Thunder Jolts to try to interrupt your game plan still advances your game state.
Exactly. And with the lead, it's not good.
Now, Pichu's definitely a... Oh, that was disgusting. That did not look like it should have hit anybody.
Yeah, KennyG made that face too that we all made like, huh?
Surely there's some screenshot that you could make that makes that make sense, but
yeah, we're not
99 out of 100 frames that should not have hit.
Yeah. And Hippo trying to get back into this game, trying to maybe take an early stock.
Yeah.
Maybe trying to set up for like a platform extension, but...
Before I was disgusted by that forward tilt, I was saying Pichu's definitely a comeback character. You know, you can get some crazy early stuff off the side on the stage with the back air chains. Ooh.
But will KennyG let you when he at this pace he's playing?
It's going to be really hard. He is staying very far from ledges. You really have to earn it. Might be able to get a down air gimp. Oh, what a beautiful recovery from KennyG. Yeah. You don't even think about the need to air dodge there because you have so many other resources.
Yeah, regardless of how big that jump is too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what a call from Hippo, but KennyG just a little bit higher. The mix.
Man, Hippo's not going to get anything right now. It's tough.
Man, and when your Thunder Jolts are being answered with Shurikens, he's playing so safe around it. But Hippo's really found his way back into this game. That's almost a KO. We're only at 18%. Most of it's self-inflicted.
That's true. That's a good point.
I think the longer the game goes on, the more it is favoring Hippo here. He's starting to figure things out about how to really force options out of Kenny.
Yeah. And plus, it's a character he doesn't play all that often. I mean, why would you need to?
Right.
But, you know, he's finding his bearings as the game goes on.
He really does have to find an answer to this stock, though, because he is piling up damage, again, of his own accord. Tossing out these Thunder Jolts is hurting.
Yeah.
I feel like at least 30% of the damage Hippo has taken has been his own moves.
Still not taking that stock with that dash attack.
Not going to connect with the forward tilt. KennyG once again playing very slippery. Oh, please. Going extremely deep, just giving Hippo a chance to ledge trap, but again, not high enough to catch the jump.
Yeah, and this is just how it is when Pichu's trying to get back into the game, but KennyG is just moving around all of this so effortlessly, too.
Exactly. Dash attack finally is going to connect, but look at all of the damage the Hippo's already racked up. He's going to have to find a crazy conversion.
And he can go for it. I mean, this is when you got to pull it out. You know, you can't really worry about percentages. You just got to take the stock off the board and live to fight another day.
Oh my goodness, no shot. That kills!
Yeah.
From like 70% on the start, the very edge of the neutral air. And I think that only killed because it caught DI out. You caught him dashing back, but it was perfect